All right, what's up, family? So check this out. Somebody just walked up to me in the airport, recognized me, wanted me to know that, of course, I'm wrong, okay, about the things I say about religion and church. And he says that mainly it's because there's power in Christianity versus all other religions. He says, well, he's fainted in church, and he knows many people who's fainted in church, and to him, that's proof that the God he believes in is real. So, of course, we're in an airport, so I wanted to keep it pretty simple. But I just said to him, that this happens in many religions. In fact, it's not only exclusive to religions, right? There are people who faint at the sight of a needle, right? There are people who faint at the sight of blood. There are people who faint at concerts because they're overwhelmingly excited to see the entertainer, Michael Jackson, Prince, Usher. All these guys, man, can reach out and touch someone's hand, or just reach out to touch someone, or they can be in the front row of some of these concerts, and people are fainting. This is not something that is profound or supernatural, but for most people, if it can't be explained, or if it happens in a religious setting, it is also proof of the religion they believe in for whatever reason. Either which way, this is called vasovagal syncope, or either neurocardio neurocardiogenic syncope. Okay, and you can look this stuff up, but either which way, there's a few ways that this happens. Number one is anemia, right? Anemia. This is mostly for women, of course, and mostly during menstrual cycles. There's less red blood cells, which means there's less oxygen going to the brain. This, of course, can make someone more prone to fainting. All right, low blood pressure. We all know that a lot of times we go to these buildings on Sunday mornings, church and stuff like that. We don't eat first, and we all know how low blood pressure can make us dizzy, drowsy, faint, things like that. Did you know that prolonged standing or kneeling can actually make you more prone to passing out? And this is what a lot of people do in their religions. They stand or they kneel for a prolonged period of time. Most people even know that when you stand, you're not supposed to lock your knees because most of the blood, of course, stays within your knees and it doesn't go to your brain. Of course, this increases your chances of fainting. All right, so you have plenty different reasons of things that can cause you guys to faint, right? Anxiety, of course, can cause you to faint. Fear, pain. What happens is, in order to maintain proper blood flow in the brain, you need two chemicals. That is, that's adrenaline, of course, and there's another one. I can't think of it. It starts with an A. All right, I'll put it in the link or whatever. But either which way, you need these two chemicals. Of course, adrenaline is going to send more blood to the brain, and this other one, it does just the opposite. So what happens is when you get overwhelmingly excited, anxiety, pain, mostly situational anxiety, meaning like you're in a situation or circumstances cause your anxiety to peak or stress to peak, right? So what happens is the other chemical is produced in more excess than adrenaline, causing you to faint. So it literally has nothing to do with your beliefs. It's just chemicals in your body and how they respond. But often more times than not, we associate this stuff with meaning that the God we pray to is real. But you have to think, an all-knowing being, if an all-knowing being did touch you to make you feel faint or chills on your body, whatever, why would it do that and leave you to deal with virtually every illness that you were dealing with prior to fainting or having chills or whatever? So this all-knowing being touches you just so you can have a good feeling? For what? There's people starving to death, man. We just got to think on a higher plane than what we've been taught to think on. We've been taught to make things a fact or make things lean our way by way of it being true or fact because things seem to suit our narrative. We can't keep doing that. We have to look for facts because people faint in every religion. So are their gods or their beliefs real? People fainted at Michael Jackson concerts. Does that make him a god? You know, you can't think this way. It's got to be a chemical imbalance in the body. Also, standing still for a long period of time. Most of the time, somebody's really excited, wanting to be prayed for. They're supposed to stand still while someone prays for them. I mean, you have to think. These preachers have people stand back far, and they just wave their hands in the crowd. Do you really think that an all-powerful God is waiting for people to wave their hands before he touches the audience and makes them fall? This is clearly show. This is clearly people who either A, feel as if this man has power, and of course the anxiety is increased when he waves his hands, kind of like hypnotizing, and other people fall out because they're behind him and feel responsible for doing it. Some people actually fall out due to the chemicals in their brain, but it's no evidence to the actual belief of the people. You have to think now. You can't think an all-knowing being is just ready, you mark, get set, go, for someone to hit you with their coat, wave their hands, or even place their hands on your forehead. Why wait? Why? When there's people dying and starving to death, and all-knowing God would probably know that that's probably the best place to be and to be helping out. You can't keep assuming that because people pass out that means it's true. It's just not a fair way to go about things when other people pass out as well. So that's all I have to say about that. But either which way, guys, rocking the born winners. A lot of people have said things about it. A lot of people look at it, don't really know what to say. But I love it none the least because I believe it creates a powerful thought in people's mind. And to me, it's very positive. So with that being said, guys, I'm actually headed to Atlanta and about to be boarding my plane here soon. I love you guys.
People tried to kill him, but he can't die. And he can't deal with the pain. The damage he inflicts on himself remains, and he can't heal when he's supposed to. So as opposed to having energy, he doesn't. He's been exposed to the truth, and there's an enemy between him and God. So much chemistry between him and I. Chemically we're the same, so I guess he is my inner side. Intertwined, him and I are the same chemically, huh? You got that medicine, it better be proven clinically to heal him. Better yet, kill him. Until then, I represent truth, and that's all I gotta say, huh?